Hello, my name is Clare Victoroff. I'm English and I've lived in France for 17 years. I enjoy learning languages. At school I learnt German, French and Welsh, and with my family and friends I learnt modern Greek. I have 3 bilingual children, so I understand the challenges of multiple languages. I enjoy travel and talking to people. To give you a bit, I do. This weekend I'm going to Brussels to sing in a concert, and I am in the process of organising a youth congress. My teaching experience: I started teaching English for Academia in 2019. I had classes of children. I had private children and private adults classes, and we had to write reports after each lesson to say what topics had been covered and grammar and vocabulary. Of course, during COVID I had online lessons, so there was a lesson with many teenagers from all around France who enjoyed getting together to learn English together with people they'd never have otherwise met. And I had a 6-year-old boy who was in his house, and so we could use the things in his house. We did vehicles using his toy cars and animals using his teddies. I had a girl in lycée who, when I started teaching her, she hadn't got the confidence to say anything in English at all. There were silent lessons, and 18 months later she got 18 out of 20 in her back. So what I did was just go back over the basics and gradually build up her confidence. I had an adult who needed to pass a lingual skill qualification for getting a promotion, and he was at A1 level, and after a few lessons with me he got his promotion. I was lucky enough in 2022 to have 6 hours of observed, assessed teaching, which really helped develop and expand my teaching to really improve it. For IFOCOP, I have taught 2 sessions of 28 hours. The first was for hotel and catering reconversion students, and the second was for import and export reconversion students for whom I needed to design and do an evaluation for both their written and spoken English. I had some very positive feedback from my IFOCOP students, and I quote, "Personally, I really appreciated how you encouraged everyone, regardless of their level, to practice English without judgment. It created a comfortable learning environment that made a significant difference. Today I'm also working in grande section of maternelle as a teacher, and I notice how many similarities there are between teaching French to very young children and teaching English to older people, because the language needs to be broken down into very small chunks and a lot of practice and progressing in small logical stages. I'm located in Morsang-sur-Orge, which is 30 kilometers south of Paris. I grew up on the English-Welsh border near Shrewsbury, and I moved to France when I was 27 years old. J'ai un très bon niveau de français alors que je suis toujours en train d'apprendre. J'ai pris la spécialité French au lycée en Angleterre, mais ayant vécu en France 17 ans, j'utilise mon français tous les jours. Je n'hésite pas à utiliser des outils informatiques pour corriger mon français à l'écrit et mon apprentissage de la langue française me permet d'avoir de l'empathie pour mes élèves qui apprennent la langue anglaise. I'm available to teach and prepare lessons on Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and I can do up to 23 hours paid work. So my methodology, my very first aim is to create a relaxed environment in which learning can happen. So I want to get English out of my students, to get them to use what they know, to express themselves as they can, to get their message across, to be understood and to correct themselves. The second stage, if it is a group lesson, I ask the group to correct each other, and at the end of the lesson I do a session of feedback, teacher correction, in order to expand their knowledge, move forward. But to give an environment in which there's no need to fear using the language that you know. Another of my priorities is to take the time to find out what motivates my students to learn English in order to know in which direction to go to help them and to keep their motivation going and to tailor the course specifically to their needs rather than just following a book. My preferred method of teaching is in groups of at least 2 students, but I love teaching one-on-one as well, and so I like the variety offered by Cercle des Langues. I am an auto-entrepreneur. I can send invoices. I have a SIRET and I have an account with URSAF. For Evocop, I was paid €47.50. For my private lessons, I charge €45 per hour for adults, 40 for teenagers and 30 for children. Thank you very much for listening. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Goodbye.